As the Hellfire Gala continues, sins from the past will return to punish Beast and the other members of X-Force. What'll happen next? Well, let's hop into the pages of X-Force number 20 and find out together, shall we? So then, as we join the comic, we're doing that whole Rashomon thing where we see several of the same events from the Marauders book from different points of view, like Iron Man coming to the party but refusing to put on the flower that all the other guests are wearing. Tony and Quentin Quire end up trading barbs at the door, and I mean, why wouldn't they? They're both insufferably smart egomaniacs, so of course they're gonna end up clashing with one another. The agents of X-Force are running security for tonight's festivities, and they're already starting to feel themselves get stretched a little thin. Wolverine is at the pier, forced to sign for a bunch of new logic crystals that Emma Frost has coming in from the Shi'ar Empire. And then you got Domino getting all freaked out about the political representatives of Terra Verde. You remember that Central American country that Beast had gotten involved with because of their super plant weapons, and it all ended up going horribly wrong and people became gross Cronenberg monsters? That all sounds pretty bad, but would you believe me if I said Beast found a way to make it go even worse? You see, the representatives are themselves plant creatures that are actively being puppeteered by the likes of Black Tom Cassidy. That's pretty gross and horrifying, right? That Beast found a way to rob an entire country of their free will, but guess what? He's not done yet. He's going for the dickhead gold medal. You see, the representatives from Terra Verde are actually going around getting their gross plant matter on a bunch of other politicians and representatives of other major superhero groups, the idea being that these plants will allow Beast and X-Force to monitor and spy on them when they're not looking. Hank defends his actions by saying, "What? I'm a good guy. It would only be a horrible invasion of privacy if bad people were doing it, but you can trust me, right? You can trust Krakoa. We're good, and it's not like every other nation doesn't spy on their neighbors and allies anyway, so why am I bad?" Well, now that's just horrifying on multiple levels, and I feel like we could all use a little bit of comedic relief. Luckily for us, the Hellfire Gala has a party crasher in the form of the Merc with the Mouth Deadpool. Wade is naturally pretty ticked off that the Mutants and his old pal Wolverine didn't invite him to the biggest party of the century. After all, he's a mutant, well, mutant affiliated. And he's decided absolutely nothing's gonna stop him from getting his groove on, but knowing Wade, he's the sort of explosive personality who would probably drop his pants and poop in the punch bowl if he thought it was funny enough. Wolverine ends up having to wrestle Deadpool, and because X-Force takes security very seriously this night, Domino leaves her post to back him up. After all, if anything goes wrong tonight, it's their ass, and if anything goes wrong, there's a good chance that it could cause a domino effect that might just start World War III, so they can't take any chances right now. Now, a fun, humanizing little side story that happens throughout this issue is a story involving Sage. After all, she's the smart woman in the chair of X-Force, and even though she got all dressed up, she doesn't actually get to go to the party tonight. Aw, that's why it's actually so heartwarming to see Emma come visit her with a glass of champagne. Even though this is Emma's party and she should be out there glad-handing and greasing wheels, she still made time for Sage. Granted, this isn't entirely a social call. You see, the White Queen's not stupid, and she knows full well that Beast is going behind her back and the back of the Quiet Council to do some sort of dirty double dealings, and she wants a stop put to it immediately. She says that Beast has really crossed the line this time and they better get those Terra Verde guys out of there and soon, lest she go to the council and drop a dime on Beast for everything he's been up to. Sage agrees to try and get the planty politicians out of there. There's just one problem. When she tries to direct them, they don't answer, and that's because whatever weird mind control code they've put in them has become corrupted. And if that wasn't absolutely terrifying enough, the infection actually begins to spread as the comic comes to a close. And so that was X-Force issue number 20, everybody, and overall I thought this was damn cool. I thought Percy did a really nice job using the Hellfire Gala framing device to further his own story about Beast's continued descent into corruption, the old plant superweapons, and even working in a fun cameo from Deadpool. This is also maybe the first time in the whole series since it began that someone on the same level as Beast truly has his number and could maybe bring all the darker shit he's been doing to light. You have to wonder though, will Emma do it, or will Beast manage to wiggle out of it once again? If we want to find out the answer to those and other questions, we're going to have to pick up the brand new Wolverine book set to come out because it continues this story, as it's also written by Benjamin Percy. Overall, I'd give this one a very positive 8 out of 10. Fun stuff. Hey there everyone, Cape Joel again, and I want to thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. As always, if you liked what you see, be sure to like, subscribe, comment. It really helps drive engagement and helps me out too. Also, if you are a patron, which you can become for as little as $1 a month, you will get exclusive content that no one else can ever see, and you'll get to see the Comic Multiverse podcast before anyone else too. You can check out all this and more down in the description. And until next time everyone, this has been Cape Joel, and I'll see you all next time. Cheers.